a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come I need rest? No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Oh, damn!
Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I got power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set, 70, Indy.
Let's bring it. Let's go.
Hard, to go.
Check three.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Ready, go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Eifert has it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go now.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Coming to you.
Fire.
From the gun, Wilhelm. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
47, check back 47.
Rip right.
You're out.
He's checking. Crash.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Wilhelm. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yo, deep rip.
Throwing again. Wilhelm. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Gets through and now an opening. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Set, flag, 1.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Bravo! 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Mariota on first down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
3 down.
Throwing, Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Broncos 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Mariota. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now McManus for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
47, check Mike 47. Bound to lose one.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wilhelm. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And a Bengal first down.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilhelm, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check the call, check the call.
Get it.
Off play action. Wilhelm. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Check, 47. Check the tight end, check the tight.
Hit it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilhelm. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
47's the mic, 47's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Hey, orbit. 45.
Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception here, Mariota. This is the tight end fan. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43 line.
48 Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
A gain of 9 makes it 3rd and 4.
You're trash. You're trash.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
All day.
3.
Kill.
1.
No.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Open man is born. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Bengals take over first.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
You gonna get this one? Let's go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Okay, ready?
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Wilhelm. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Set. Where are they, team? 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 3, 3, 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ready. Blue 80.
48's Mike. Come on.
1, 1, 1.
Check safety, check safety. Shift.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Score, baby. That's it, huh?
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Set.
57. Watch the run.
1.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
15-yard line.
You got nothing.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yo, go.
Here we go. Hey, check.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Watch the slap.
Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Look, squeeze.
24, watch 24.
Hey, Alpha, on the ball, get it.
From the gun, Wilhelm. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 7-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Let's go, let's go!
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hatch it. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come.
Mariota to throw it. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Continuing to fight for more. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10.
Mariota now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Let's go.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Williams to return. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 18.
Watch 85. I'm coming.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Throwing is Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.